friends. I am so excited to be bringing you the new Color Swatch Charcoal Collection. It's a collection full of neutrals, full of blacks and grays and charcoal tones. And I think it'll be a wonderful accent for many projects. And when you want to keep things more neutral and subdued, this will be your collection to go to. So let me go through first. We have the 12 by 12 collection pack. It is 10 double-sided papers, 2 of each of 5 different papers. So a different pattern on each side. So let me walk you through it. And of course, on the back side, we have our bonus pattern. Lovely watery botanical and leaves and butterflies and typography. I just love this sheet. Can you see all the detail? There's stitching and handwriting and type, some Gothic newsprint and butterflies and leaves and a canvas texture. I've mixed it all in there so that your page has depth. That's what it helps to give you. So we've got the front side and we've got the back side. The back side is a tonal. Try to angle it there so you can see it good. It's a tonal repeat of a botanical engraving pattern. Nice and simple and classic. Like imagine black tie events or even simple baby photos. Everything's kind of gender neutral these days, and this would be wonderful for baby. All right, then we have, let's see, paper number 2. And we've got a lot of lace texture and type and handwriting. And like I generally do, this page has a watery wash of white paint through the center. Helps give you a starting point for your photos and just gives it, a nice clean center to focus on. And then all the design spreads out from there. And there's type and pencil drawn leaves, all kinds of depth and texture. And on the back side of this sheet, let's see, what do we have? We have a pinstripe. So that will be a lovely classic to accent many of your projects. I always love a pinstripe popping out from under photos and ephemera, just to give it, a nice little edge, right? Like that. Nice. All right, and paper number 3. Got very delicate botanicals and butterflies and a lovely wash that comes down over the whole top of the page with newsprint and handwriting and hand-drawn butterflies. Really, really lovely. And on the back side of this sheet, we have a painted and textured repeat pattern of just a simple leaf. But it's lovely. Can you see all the linen texture just washed away. Great multimedia feel to this paper. Paper number 4. I really love how this one turned out. This is my first time going through these papers, so really nice to see. I love the faint pencil butterflies mixed in with the newsprint and the ledger. You can see a little bit of ledger on each side, and then painted butterflies up the side. This one I can imagine cropping and making a nice card front with this, or down here, a horizontal card. That could be really nice. Even over here, just because we've got the pencil line butterflies, really faint with the newsprint, just makes for a nice textured background. And on the back side of this paper, we have a plaid. So that turned out really nice. It's painted, textured, not really distressed, just painted so that you can see the white plaid pattern. There's handwriting in there, watery splashes. It's a nice essential. Again, another one that would be nice tucking under from things. And paper number 5. Ooh, this one was fun. I did just kind of a scratchy, fun, took a modern pattern and grunged it up with a bunch of scratches and then a bunch of watercolor on top of it. Really a fun mix. Really neutral, but really fun. And let's see what we've got on the back of this. We have got a neutral charcoal. Very light, a nice base. So if we bring in some of the other, see how nicely that lays on top of it. And pull in this one. Really happy with this collection. I think you'll find this to be a great neutral go-to. So there you have the 12 by 12 collection pack. All right, now we have our 6 by 8 collection pack. This pack includes 18 double-sided papers. So there are 6 different papers, a different design on each side, so 12 designs and 3 of each, plus bonus patterns on the inside of the front and the back cover. So I've gone through and pulled out the duplicates so I can just show you each paper and their design. So we've got our cover sheet and we've got the bonus paper on the back of the cover sheet. And this is a lovely one. Really tried to give you papers that'll allow for a nice 2-page spread. So these are 2 different papers, but the design is a little flipped and varied so that they will make for nice 2-sided or 2-page layouts. And on the back, we've got the tonal and the stripe. And then on this one, we've got the dainty butterflies and botanicals with a watery wash coming down the top. And on the back side of this is our vine pattern. And here we've got the butterflies up the side for you. And on the back of that one is a plaid. The lovely lace with the watery wash and a lot of texture and typography in the background. And the all over print on the back side. Our funky modern daisy print with a nice, subtle, solid. And then on the back of our cover sheet, we've got the butterflies. So if we go back here, where was that? Here we go. So this gives you the 2-page. So again, this is the inside back cover and then the other paper. So you have 2-page spreads in here that are really spelled out and clear for you. And that completes the 6 by 8 collection pack. Alrighty, Color Swatch Charcoal also has its own bag. This bag is not stuffed with a kit or anything, although retailers may use it to kit up some special packages for classes and so much more. It is limited edition. When they're gone, and limited quantities. And inside you get the little charcoal epoxy dots. And the insides of these bags are really nice. They're lined with a soft, smooth fabric. They've got a custom charm. See if I can get that. And this one's in charcoal with the 49 for 49andMarket. Really, really lovely. And the bottom is like a stand-up. So you could use these to store all of your supplies when you're traveling and so much more. Not even just scrapbooking. I could see using it for makeup, for personal products. Really a nice, nice bag that you want to get. And the Color Swatch Charcoal also has a frame set. They are stitched frames. You can see on the back here, they're in a variety of sizes. The 2x3, 3x4, 4x6, 2x2, 3x3, and 4x4. And they come in with printed stitching, and some are just solid, and some have the stripe layer in them. So gives you nice variety, easy to build a page with these, and helps tie everything together. So that is the Color Swatch Charcoal frames. Now we have our Color Swatch Charcoal laser cut elements. So we have a full-size pack that is 6x12 with 124 elements. And you can see the scale on the back side here. And then we have our mini laser cuts, which are 4 6x8 sheets and 151 elements. And again, you can see the scale on the back here. So, you know, you've got the full lace sheet that'll go across your 12-inch page here, and you've got a smaller one here. So let me open these up and share with you the different items on these laser cuts. Laser cuts are really nice because they have a lot of fine detail and you don't have the white edge. So you've got these tear apart right up here to give you two, oops, tear it all apart, 2 6x12 sheets of elements. Now just look at that lace, that is so intricate, so beautiful. Lots of sentiments, tags, buttons, all sorts of different variety to help you build really nice pages with lots of thoughtful layering. And then these 2 sheets, of course, have our botanicals. Can't live without the botanicals. Lots of leaves, branches, blooms, butterflies, moths, and even some caterpillars in this one. Really, really nice. And then on the back of our cover sheet, we have a fussy cut sheet for you with some extra journalers and an extra pattern block. So that is the full-size laser cuts. Now let's look at the mini laser cuts. And these are just so fun. I'm really enjoying these in journals and cards and smaller projects. So we've got our 2 6x8 sheets. Again, look at, oh my gosh, that lace in the small is so delicate. Really gorgeous. And we've got a postage stamp block, little postage frames, tiny little postage stamps, labels, sentiments. Like, what more do you need? These are incredible. And then we have our botanical and butterfly set. You can see on the back, it gives you an idea of how much intricacy there is in the laser cuts. Really, really pretty. I think these will be used for all sorts of things. And then we have a fussy cut sheet on the inside of the back cover. Actually, I think it's the front cover, but and regardless, a bonus fussy cut sheet. So there you have the Color Swatch Charcoal laser cut elements, a definite must-have. Next up is the Color Swatch Charcoal Ephemera Stackers. So this has 60 assorted pieces of text weight and cardstock papers. You can see here on the back all the different pieces, but we'll open it and go through it just a little bit. Talk about the thought process with the stackers is to use them to layer in your pages. And I know a lot of people don't like to cover things up, so you can always just tear the edges too, and maybe you're gonna just cut out the sentiment, and then you've got some lovely taped edges. So we've got library cards and receipt tickets and giant postage and ephemera. all different sorts of things. Little tab journalers. You know, those can be nice tucked under things to pop out. And again, like I said, if you're one of the people that don't like to hide things, well then just cut this in half and then you've got another label that you could stick on the bottom. So lots of different tickets and labels, newspaper and magazine clippings. And then, so those were all heavier weight, and these are much lighter text weight so that they will allow you to tear easier and to crumple and create different effects with them as compared to the effects that you can achieve with the heavier cardstock. Again, this is a lighter weight one. We've got our heavier cardstock, some nice text weight. If you are familiar with the last year's color swatch collage sheets, it would be the similar text weight that you would find in those packs. And again, they're really lovely for tearing. Get yourself some nice torn edges. And I don't know, I just have a thing about the torn edges and the vintage ephemera and the layering and the layering and the layering. So lots of layers can be made with these. We've got vintage envelopes, got cards with the ticking. Again, lovely to tuck under things, write your journaling around. Ephemera, this really lovely vintage envelope stack. All the different postmarks on there, really fun. Again, file labels for journalers. And these are heavy cardstock, so these are going to have nice distressed edges for you. If you sand them, they'll sand down to white. And tickets and labels, and even some little tabs. And another journaler. And then we've got that same lovely postmark in a lightweight paper, and ephemera in the lightweight. Really fun. So think of these in different ways that you can build up depth in your projects with layers. Alrighty, and some lighter weight giant postage. Really fun accents. All right, that concludes the Color Swatch Charcoal Ephemera Stackers. We're just about done here. And now I've got the Color Swatch Charcoal Acetate Assortment. You can see on the back, we've got all kinds of different botanicals and leaves, butterflies, and even a few color palettes. In the past, our acetates were mostly leaves and butterflies, but we're really stepping it up and bringing in some more botanicals and different elements this year. So I've got a white piece of paper here to lay them on so you can see more clearly. Ooh, so many pieces, 58 pieces. So an iris and butterflies, and some of them have the white underprinting and some of them are clear. That gives you variety in your creating. Beautiful leaves. Just like there's also variety in the sizes of the elements that you're gonna find and the shades of the grays. So like we've got our palettes here. And we've got some roses. I don't think that's technically a rose. I forget the actual name. I can see it spelled, but I can't pronounce it, so I'm not gonna try. Some little daffodils there, some little tiny leaves, a bigger leaf branch, and butterflies. Like this one has the white printing under it compared to, let's see if I can grab this one. This one, which does not have the white printing under it. So just a variety of different elements to work with and different palettes, and a longer, skinnier palette. And then we've got the tall and skinny one. all the different shades of charcoal and some leaves. Really going to help you make some beautiful artistry with this collection. All right, so there you have it. That is the Color Swatch Charcoal Acetate Assortment. And lastly, we have our Color Swatch Charcoal Fabric Tape. So we've got a wide roll, a skinnier roll, and a gray roll, a charcoal roll. So we'll look at the smaller one. Lots of typography and writing and remnants. And then our wider roll has added in the botanicals and butterflies with some typography. Really pretty. So this is our repositionable fabric tape. It's great for binding. It's great for mixed media projects. You can even put this onto paper and use a die cut and cut it, and then have your shapes for the fabric. Lots of possibilities with these, and really a lot of fun too. And you get a good amount. They are 3 meters of each. So you can see it's a nice size roll. Alrighty, well, thank you for joining me, and be sure to pick up your Color Swatch charcoal, and I will have some affiliate links down below, and I do get a small commission if you follow any of those links at no cost to you. And if you like what you see, remember to like and subscribe. Alrighty, thanks so much. I'll see you again here soon.